Good morning, my loves. So I had a really interesting dream last night. Kind of a dream, kind of wasn't. I've been awake since 1:30 this morning and I've been meditating, I've been channeling on it, I've journaled on it, and I'm struggling to put into words this experience that I had. So it first started with I was being shown a red snake. And then that red snake morphed into two. And the way that I'd seen it was on the ground. And then it kind of split and it went into two snakes. So it started off as one and it was just kind of doing its thing on the ground, and it was bright red, and then it morphed and it split into two. And then they were like mirroring each other, the way that they were like moving as a wave. And as they were doing this, I was hearing a humming sound in my ears. And this is where I had realized, was I awake? Was I dreaming? What was happening? Because in my rested state, I could hear the humming, but it was like the frequency that was coming off these two snakes. And then it started like moving together, right? Moving together. And it looked like it was creating like this beautiful upwards entanglement. But it was beautiful. And then I had seen come from my right side, I'd seen like this blue orb that was coming towards me. And then I could feel a presence that was standing on my left-hand side while I was watching these snakes. And then as the blue orb, I never made out, it was not a figure, it wasn't a person, it was an energy. And that energy just was floating around, but it felt very strong and it felt very, I want to say powerful. It felt really powerful. And at first, I obviously with blue orb, I was like, is this Archangel Michael? But it wasn't. The name that had come through was Shakti and Shiva. And I was like, okay. And the presence that I could feel was simply like a glow, but it felt soft. It felt gentle. So Shakti and Shiva's energies. And then obviously looking at the snakes on the floor, it had started as one, red, and then it had morphed and it had gone into two. And then in front of me, all I could see was the beaming sun. So the sun was just shining down. Now, I wasn't getting a message as such. It was more of the humming, the awareness and the consciousness of the presence and the energy that was floating, but it was coming towards, and then the radiant energy of the sun that was beaming down. It was quite intense. And then that's when I had, I suppose, woken up and I looked at the time and it was 1:30. So 1:30, 13, which snakes represent death and rebirth. Shakti and Shiva, it's a sense of reincarnation. It is death and rebirth. It is something that is always rebirthing. I don't actually know the full story behind it, if I'm going to be honest, but I was just going off the energies and the presence of what I was feeling and it was quite, yeah. And then this morning, I've got a photo. I took a photo of it. This morning, I'm not wearing red I don't own a lot of red clothes. This morning I was getting ready and I'd looked down on my white top and there was this tiniest, like the smallest bit of red thread that I've ever come across. I've taken a photo, so I'll post it and show you guys, but it was tiny. So I'm just going to see, because from what I'm aware of and what I was meditating on, Shakti and Shiva are energies, and they were representations of masculine and feminine, and their love story was a beautiful love of consciousness. It was a love of consciousness, and I'm pretty sure Shakti's father didn't want them together. Talking about religion. This message is really, I don't actually know where it's going, and I don't know why it's come through. Maybe that reincarnation, I swear to you guys, I cannot make this shit up. Like, I swear to you, I was not dreaming, but I was not awake. I feel like I'm hearing messenger. So I feel like this, and obviously it's a message that I'm putting out. I feel like this is a message for a specific collective that are coming into union consciousness, is what I'm being guided to say. Union consciousness. Whether this is with yourself, because this is a journey of self, but I'm also getting it's the energy of we'll see. And like I said yesterday, divine love does not have a specific face, identity, vessel. Like Shakti and Shiva, it's a reincarnation. Divine love, divine consciousness, love, union is coming through. And if you're still attaching to a specific face, maybe you're going to be pleasantly surprised. It's energy, it's a soul being that we fall divinely in love with. I think you're going to be pleasantly surprised. Time and space, it's exactly how it felt since 1:30 this morning. I've just been in this like cosmic ball. It's been wild. So what is this message in regards to Spirit? Why the visit from these beautiful energies of Shakti and Shiva on the same frequency? Oh my good Lord. It's aligning, my love. It's aligning, and you can see that it's not a specific face, it's not a specific gender, it's not a specific religion, it's not a specific anything. It is two frequencies that are aligning. It is two higher activated consciousness, love, that are vibrating at the same frequency. Release the attachment to the face, the place, the whatever. It's the frequency that is uniting. Honestly. And the shorter and shorter and shorter that red thread gets, the closer and closer you're on the same frequency. That is why these energies have come through. I mentioned something a couple of weeks ago in regards to my ears, and I definitely know my clairaudience has ramped up because I'm actually hearing frequencies, and I'm hearing, as batshit crazy as it may sound, I don't actually give a rat's ass. My connection with spirit personally has gotten extremely clairaudiently. And I know for some of my beautiful students that I'm working with, it's happening with you too. And hearing the frequency this morning, half dream state, half not, of the humming vibration frequency that was expelling from these beautiful snake energy. And it wasn't a hissing, it wasn't that, it was a humming vibration. I don't actually think I need to pull anymore. That's the message. And if you receive that, you receive that. Because there's no timeline, there's no time frame on this. This has got to do with your frequency. Time is irrelevant. Time doesn't exist. Time is an illusion. It's an illusion. Your frequency, your ability to heal, your ability to activate, to awaken, determines this. It's your frequencies that are coming in. Have a beautiful day.